Well, we started this last night. Started here on the crank scraper, and we're cutting out the rough pattern with our cordless jigsaw here. Oil return holes and so on and so forth. And we got, oh, what are we? Well, not quite halfway, I guess, or halfway. Alright, figured I'd take a little video here as we started, and then more as I finish, but we're going along, test fitting the pattern regularly, and then we'll get done. We'll run her across the grinder and use our flapper discs and so on and so forth, and see if we can get everything cleaned up just spickety span. Alright, so far this is the process. Alright, well, we've got basic shape cut out, believe it or not. That is the basic shape. All the old drain back holes and so on and so forth, which we may expand. Haven't quite decided what we're going to do about those. I think I will probably expand them, but they're more or less drilled out. And then we are going to take said flapper disc here, clean her off on this side, flip her over, clean her the other side. You'll see I put it on my stand here. Put a bolt through either one of the mounting holes and should hold her well enough to clean her off with the flapper disc. And we'll bolt her to the block here, trace her out, and cut her off. What could possibly go wrong? Hello, and once again, how not to do things, and how to do them the wrong way. Okay, this is more or less the crank scraper. As you can see, none of the cuts are exactly even and square. They're all going to have to be smoothed up by the Dremel with a burr tool and a sanding wheel, but I gotta wait till I get the rotating assembly on before I can check that again. However, the idea is, of course, things swing around in here, swing, and this will scrape the oil off. As the oil comes out, scraped off, runs down through, and prevents oil from building up on the counterweights and the connecting rods and everything else, and whipping around and so on and so forth. And now the one thing that I've done and that I've got to make a little bit of adjustment on is the side where, of course, where they're coming down. You don't want scraping oil off there. You want that oil coming down in here. You only want it scraping on the other side. And so I've got to enlarge that side a bit, but that's once I get the rotating assembly in, get things on the engine stand so that it's easier to tell which way's clockwise and counterclockwise. But catches here, it will be attaching later on here, and here to the main caps. But it's on there at the moment. Of course, none of my holes ever line up no matter what I do. I use the oil pan as a reference and everything when I mark things out on the template. The oil, none of the bolt holes, well, I shouldn't say none, very few of the bolt holes lined up. So they all had to be enlarged, which of course is going to cause more problems, but that just means more solutions. So I'm going to put the oil pan on there now to make sure it all buttons up. And that will more or less conclude things until I get a rotating assembly again. This weekend I'm picking up an engine stand and couple other things, and a little bit more work at my brother's machine shop. I'm sure that's popular with everybody. Can't wait to see that place again. And I guarantee, even though there'll be nothing new, it'll all look different. Yeah, we're going down there to get the flywheel lightened up. 33-pound bloody flywheel. That's going to make a big difference having that lightened up. And we'll get that done. We're going to lap the valves in. We've got our new valves. Brand new engine valves. Anybody needs engine valves for one of these motors, I recommend, what are they called? Panacea Aftermarket. They had the valves in stock. Shipped out. Got them within 3 days. I think it cost me like, I want to say $40 for exhaust and intake combined. Can't beat that with a hammer. So we're going to put the oil pan, which yes, has a terrible paint job. Oh my God. Don't you feel bad? I feel bad. It's going to get a little touch up there, but it's under the car. I really don't care if you see it. It's because I ran over you. And you can feel free to air your complaints afterwards. But I'm going to put that on now, just to make sure that all fits up. And I think that'll be it for today.